Ada for telling my girlfriend she is too much of a wild card to marry. My 27M girlfriend, M 27F, is a bit of a free spirit. Don't get me wrong, she is very intelligent, attractive, and has a lot going for her. We've been together for 3 years. But the issue I've been having recently is that she wants marriage, and I see her as such an untamable horse, so to speak. She is a rebellious, free-spirited adventurer who packs up and leaves to go on a trip at the drop of the hat. She tells me she's going, and won't go if there are already commitments, but if she can, she is gone. She is financially secure, but she also spends a lot. Past an emergency fund, all her money goes to travel, taking up a multitude of projects. She woke up one day and decided to enroll in an auto repair course. She is currently getting GIA certified for gemology. She makes jewelry. She works remotely, so she literally will pack up and take her work with her when she finds events she wants to go to ECT. She's lived abroad, had a house in the south of France, speaks 3 languages, goes to Germany and Austria often. She picks up hobbies or skills like they are M&Ms. There isn't anything wrong with it, I guess, but it just feels chaotic. Her biggest flaw is that she is rebellious. She hates and loathes the traditional route for anything. I went to college and she didn't. She had problems with teachers who were found one abuse her. But it's widespread. She quits jobs because she manages better, and she does. She has her own business and a host of side hustles, but it is just, how long does it last? She was asking me if I was ever going to propose, and I said I wasn't sure. We argued back and forth a little, and she asked why I wouldn't. I was honest and said I saw her as a wild card, that she just takes off a lot. She said she was lucky and could do that. Her friend unalived unexpectedly in his 30s, and she is not going to go out working a boring 9-to-5 with no life and no experience under her belt. She left and hasn't spoken to me since. It's been 5 days. She said she needed to think. Ada, am I overreacting? Update. Just to clarify, because I see a lot of comments and accusations of her flying around. She isn't a bad person, she just likes to be on the move. She's been mentioning marriage/wanting to discuss it from the beginning, or at least 6 to 9 months into our relationship. The expectation was always there. We discussed it. When I asked her if she would slow down or settle, she's always said she just can't imagine not traveling at all. She's happy to do school runs and live in an area for a long time, but she has a lot of stuff on her bucket list still, like going to Japan and other things. I've always countered with, what about kids? She says she wants to give them those experiences and keep them cultured and open-minded, but obviously, it depends on them. She functions under different kids who need different things. She was abused, and her friend unalived very tragically, which I won't go into detail about. She has anxiety and CPTSD that is managed, and honestly, you'd never know she has those things. I only know because she gave me the disclaimer. She doesn't have ADHD. Please stop trying to diagnose her with bipolar or ADHD and leave that to her professionals. I do want to marry her, but it just freaks me out that she is so hyper-independent. She always invites me for along, and sometimes I go. I've told her I don't want her traveling while pregnant or anything, and she's always been understanding of my point of view. I think I messed up telling her she was a wild card and would be a bad mother/wife by extension. And no, she did not ghost me. She asked for a specific amount of time and has been sending 1 or 2 texts just checking in, but she wanted a week to decide how she was feeling, so I'm giving her the week. She also hasn't had a lot of partners like some people are suggesting. She's been with 2 people. She doesn't drink, smoke, or do drugs at all. Hopefully, we can salvage this. Update 2. It is hitting how dumb I've been. I didn't talk about it with her, so I am positive for her it feels like this critique that she needs to be less spontaneous/on the go feels out of the blue. She hasn't responded to my last message, but she may be busy. I said I wanted to talk and deeply put a plan together, that I love her and want things to work. The silence is killing me, but I deserve it for being a jerk. I feel like she is 90% out the door, but I don't want to end things with her. She will have to make that decision. She's been asking me when we might get married, and maybe if I had given her a solid answer, she would have been secure enough to slow down.